Hey everyone, Ivy League Gaming here, and today we're playing Dragonheir Silent Gods. For today's video, we're gonna go fight Shai'nachtan in the Chaos Shadows, and we're gonna do so with a pretty budget-friendly team. But before I get into that, we need to talk about the D&D collaboration event. Starting February 23rd, you can now summon Elminster Omar from the Planner Summoning. He's a new hero of the fire element, the Sage of Shadow Dal. Before, we had Dristo Erden, who I absolutely love. This time we also get an exclusive artifact, which is perfect for Elminster, as well as other heroes. There's even a new boss to fight, Samaster. This enemy is going to come with a multi-stage set of battles for even richer content. Really cool graphics for this one as well. There's also some other new monsters like the Dracolich and the Stone Golem. There's also new dice skins. I love the ones from last season's, and these ones look great as well. They never disappoint with the graphics. There's also the Sage Baggage, which is a special pack you can purchase that gives you an avatar frame. There's new maps, new storylines, and so much to explore. Join the D&D legends in the Dragonheir world. Be sure to download via Android, iOS, Mac, PC, Steam, or Epic Games. And also be sure to use my promo code DRAGON0223. So yeah, I'm gonna go in with no legendary heroes, no legendary artifacts, and honestly no timings. I think this one is a fun one. I love this team. I've seen variations of it from a lot of people. And honestly, like even the epics I'm using, some of them aren't booked, and some of them are not even necessary. And the rares are kind of the star of the show in a lot of these videos lately, but this one is an all epic team. But the rare, I do discuss at the end who I would normally put in there instead of, you'll see Thea. But yeah, I'll talk about that. But I'm gonna roll the footage here showcasing a very free-to-play friendly budget team with no legendary heroes, no legendary artifacts. Alright, let's head on over to Shai'nachtan because the team I'm using is already budget as well. Let's just sub out those legendary artifacts yet again. So he is our necro damage is stronger against one. He does have an interest... Oop, wrong button. He does have like, this where he's not really going to hit the back people much, but he does have some random enemies being attacked, so it's not like Urzilas or Tall War where people can get 0 attacks for the whole battle. He does throw in some random hits, so that's something to keep in mind. You can't have complete glass cannons. Alright, let's go in here. So let's pull up my Shai'nachtan team. This team is all epics. And literally she's pointless in this battle. It's actually kind of funny the way I have her. I don't even know why, but I can't see she's pointless. She does help heal. But she's not even really the tank, but she's in the tank position. So it's kind of a wonky team. Let me pull in the team, alright, and pull in the gear. So this was my legendary gear. We're gonna get rid of the legendary artifacts and budget this one down as well. But you can see the positioning here is actually, again, drawing the boss over to the side. Or if you're not using as many melee, you can also just leave the ranged people in the back row and they're not going to take the hits as bad either. But that is a way. And then these two are going to run in and be fine. Questa's going to heal herself. And Thea is going to help heal Kryza, which is a free hero that we get. But that's really why I have the Ancestor's Candle on Thea, so she comes back to her battle skill as much as possible to heal extra. She heals the lowest HP plus anyone with invisibility. And she grants invisibility to the ranged allies. So the ranged allies aren't going to get hit anyway, so that doesn't really matter. But this one here grants it to herself as well, so she's going to be invisible just chilling most of the time. And then she's just going to keep healing whoever's got low HP. Questa's a queen at healing herself, as we know. She's so good with that as well, on kind of her self-heal. And I love Questa. She's really, really cool. Attack penalty. Gotta love the attack penalty. Healing the hero by her attack. So she's just a really good hero to keep alive. And Zarloth is gonna be here. Okay. I'm gonna maybe make... Who's gonna be the Witch's Remains? I mean, not Witch's Remains. The... Oh, yeah. Kirza is a perfect Crown of Unclean / Witch's Remains because she also hits 3 times. Then she does the recharging speed penalty, attack penalty as well. Like, there's so much going on with this, between Questa and Kirza, with the ultimate energy. It's like, the boss is not going as much, so it's a really, really quirky team, but let me get rid of those legendary artifacts first. So we need to highlight Adri, who is my main DPS. She's got over 200% crit damage here. I probably could make her even better. But she's the main DPS for this team. And the fun part with her is she doesn't need hardly any accuracy because she ignores 30% of resistance of the enemies inflicted with debuffs. So I have overkill accuracy on her right now, actually. Did I get rid of that? Maybe. But I think 105 is actually exactly what she needs. If we have all the alliance bonuses. It was. 105 is exactly what he said for calculation, considering her passive. So she only needs 105. So you can give her so much better stats because she doesn't need much to actually land her stuff. So she brings a lot. She brings damage. She brings recharging speed penalty. Another person with ultimate energy and recharging. Like, that's just crazy. Really good rare. A really good budget option. And then we have the attack aura of Zarloth in this team. So... And you definitely don't need Thea. She's just here to be a random healer. Supporter. So you could use anyone else. Honestly. You might not even need her. Zarloth plus Questa healing herself might actually be all we need. But I was just trying to find someone else to throw in there to take my Megan out. So that's actually what the original budget team is. If you guys remember, the first time I did this team was... Actually, Estella can also be this person. Estella can be the tank. But Megan... Here... with the life spindle or with the candle in ancestral protection or whatever, like, she is actually the tank. You build Megan as the tank and leave her here, and this is the real budget team. But Megan was too important. I took her out and brought her into another team because I needed her help in my fire teams more. So let's see how we do with no legendary artifacts, no legendary heroes, and a pretty wonky little setup, but hey, it's a fun one. Look at Adri as the main DPS. I love it. All these rares. I have done a lot of content showing my legendaries and showing the legendary artifacts, but that's just because I'm trying to make my life easier, because I'm trying to place high in the rankings with the Krakens. But you don't need them. You don't need it. Go, Adri, go. Boom, boom. We're just gonna keep the boss with recharging speed penalty the whole time. Like, everyone has that freaking debuff. It's hilarious. This team does big damage, and I knew it didn't need the legendary artifacts. I hope I remember. Did I take the one off Thea? Or did Thea have one? I forgot to double check her gear. But it doesn't really matter. Either way, Thea's just kind of there. She had the candle. Oh, right. The candle, because of coming back to her battle skill more to heal more. And look, we're already at 11 million. Over 3 minutes to go. This is such a good team. It's such a good budget-friendly team versus Shai'nachtan. And yeah, Megan is a perfect example of someone you can use. Zarloth is the main healer. That's hilarious. I kind of forget how much he can actually pump out. That's crazy. He's like Voresh, you know, they both have their heals based on attack. Questa is the tank. I love it. Questa is the tank of this battle, guys. Look at that. But yeah, we more than passed it. 24 million, and we still have over a minute and a half to go. That's a good team right there. No legendary artifacts. I took off witches. I put on the crown. I took off the hourglass. We put on incense burner. This is what I say, like, when people complain about the legendary artifacts, I'm like, oh my god, guys, you're just like blinded by the gold. It's not about that. It's about the team composition or the roles or hitting certain stats. But it doesn't mean you need the legendary artifacts to make it happen. Here we are, 30 million and wrapping up with a very easy to build team. Boom. I like it. And the rare is the main DPS. And the healer is our other DPS that you wouldn't expect. But again, Thea is not ideal for this. Megan's actually better. But personally, I needed Megan to help my squishy wild people survive more. So that's where she went. But I do love this team. It works very well. And I only do one versus Shai'nachtan, but I could probably split these people up and make two happen pretty easily, given how good they are. And if you haven't already, be sure to download Dragonheir Silent Guides now using the link in the description or the pinned comment. It's available on Android, iOS, Mac, PC, Steam, and Epic Games.